Nowadays, NFL GMs build their team around the quarterback. You know, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. They're kind of the foundation. But here's the thing. There are a handful of good, old-fashioned, regular football players in this league right now who are so dominant, so game-changing, that you absolutely could build a championship team around them instead. Guys that are capable of being a true franchise cornerstone, regardless of their position. So, without further ado, how about we take a look at the 10 NFL players that you'd want to build your franchise around that are not quarterbacks. Joe Alt, OT, Los Angeles Chargers. Want to know an easy way to see a player's true value? Watch what happens when he's not on the field. Joe Alt is just 22 years old and an absolute force to be reckoned with. In fact, the former 5th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft out of Notre Dame, in just his second season, is already playing like one of the best left tackles in all of football. Well, I mean, you know, at least he was. But then he went down with a high ankle injury that required season-ending surgery at the beginning of November. And wouldn't you know it, the Chargers offense has looked completely different without him. Herbert's time to throw shrunk, the pressure rate spiked, the entire offensive rhythm changed because, well, the player protecting the quarterback was now gone. That's the kind of impact a franchise left tackle has. You don't fully appreciate it until it's not there anymore. Obviously, the injury concerns are very real. But Joe Alt comes from an NFL bloodline, as the son of Pro Bowl tackle John Alt, and in just a season and a half, he's already proven that he is the real deal. Alt's got the athleticism and technique to dominate for the next decade plus. The ankle injury is likely going to be a footnote, a temporary setback. 22 years old and already playing at the highest level. Oh yeah, that's a franchise building block alright, and you can tell that the Chargers know it by how they talk about the guy. Penei Sewell, OT, Detroit Lions. Alright, let's talk about another young offensive tackle who is already dominating. Penei Sewell is 25 years old. He has earned back-to-back first-team All-Pro selections, and he is the best run-blocking tackle in football. Over the past 2 seasons, Sewell has posted elite run-blocking grades, and when you watch Lions games, you see exactly why. He's physically overwhelming defenders at the line of scrimmage, opening massive running lanes, and setting the tone for an offense that wants to impose its will. At his size, he is an absolute freak of an athlete too. The Lions even feature him in gadget plays. But more importantly, over the past couple of years, Detroit's offensive line has become one of the best units in the league. And Sewell is the centerpiece. Offensive tackles don't get the headlines, but you know, they are critical to building a championship roster. You need someone who can protect your quarterback and dominate in the run game, and Sewell does both at the highest of levels. He is the kind of generational talent that you can absolutely build an offense, and heck, even a team around. Myles Garrett, Edge, Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett just made history, and he is still not getting the respect that he deserves. Garrett is the first player since 1982 to record 4 consecutive seasons with 14+ sacks. That is sustained dominance at the most valuable non-quarterback position in football. What separates Garrett from other pass rushers is his combination of power, speed, and relentless motor. He's not just winning with one move, he's got counter moves. He's setting up tackles with his hands, and he's finishing plays when other guys would quit on the rep. At 29 years old, Garrett is still in his prime, and he's the only reason that the Browns remain competitive despite the chaos surrounding that organization. When you have someone who can single-handedly wreck an opponent's game plan, you build around him. Which, unfortunately, is something Cleveland has not proven it knows how to do. But I digress. If Cleveland ever figures out their quarterback situation and gets their offense anywhere close to league average, then dang, these guys are going to be dangerous. Garrett is the kind of anchor that can carry you deep into the playoffs. But until then, he's just gonna have to do everything he can to keep them relevant. Brock Bowers, TE, Las Vegas Raiders. Brock Bowers is the youngest player on this list and arguably off to the best start to his career out of any of them. The former UGA tight end is 22 years old and coming off a rookie season in which he broke the single-season rookie records for receptions with 112, regardless of position, and set the single-season record for receiving yards by a tight end with 1,194. Now in his second year, he is squarely in the the discussion for best tight end in football with the likes of Travis Kelce and George Kittle. What makes Bowers so special is his versatility, though. He is a legitimate receiving threat who can line up in the slot, run routes like a wide receiver, and make plays down the field. But he's also willing and capable as a blocker, which makes him a complete tight end in an era where most are one-dimensional. With years of dominance ahead, Bowers is not just a foundation piece. He's a generational talent at his position. Let's not forget, Bowers entered the league and immediately became the best player at his position before he could even legally rent a car. Tristan Wirfs, OT, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's a stat that kind of tells you everything that you need to know about Tristan Wirfs. He is the first player in NFL history to earn first-team All-Pro honors at both tackle spots. He made it at right tackle in 2021, then switched to left tackle and made it again in 2024. That is some unprecedented versatility at the most important position on the offensive line. Oh, and he's a Super Bowl champ. Wirfs is 26 years old and entering his 6th season, and he's widely considered to be the #1 offensive tackle in the NFL. His pass protection numbers are just absurd. He posted a 95.9 pass block win rate last season, which led all tackles, and he allowed pressure on just 1.9% of his pass blocking snaps. When you have a blindside protector this good, everything else on offense just gets easier. Your quarterback has time to go through progressions, your running backs have cleaner lanes, and your entire offensive line benefits from having a dominant anchor on the edge. Look, there's a reason that Baker Mayfield has had a renaissance in Tampa. Wirfs is the kind of blindside protector that every team dreams of. It's just that simple. Jamar Chase, WR, Cincinnati Bengals. Jamar Chase did something only 4 other receivers have accomplished in the last 30 years. Plus, he's the youngest to do it since the 1960s. In 2024, Chase won the receiving triple crown with 127 receptions, 1,708 yards, and 17 touchdowns. He was named first-team All-Pro, and he did it all while drawing constant double coverage because defenses know that he's the most dangerous weapon on the field. Chase is still just 25 years old. He's a proven playoff performer, and he can take over a game at any moment. We've seen him torch defenses in the regular season, and we've seen him dominate in the postseason. He has big game experience, big game production, and the pedigree that comes with being a former LSU national champion. His edge is in his ability to win in every situation. He's not just a deep threat, he is winning on intermediate routes. He's making contested catches. He's turning short throws into explosive gains with his run after the catch ability. The man is a complete receiver. Cincinnati's offense runs through Joe Burrow. But let's be honest, Chase makes Burrow look better, not the other way around. When you have a receiver this talented, you can build an entire offensive scheme around him getting the ball. Chase is the kind of franchise player who can anchor your offense for the next decade. Jonathan Taylor, RB, Indianapolis Colts. Through 10 games of the 2025 season, Jonathan Taylor is leading the entire NFL with 1,139 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. So let's start there, because in an era where running backs are supposedly devalued, Taylor's proven that elite backs still matter. He just broke Edgar and James's franchise record with his 65th career touchdown. He was named AFC Offensive Player of the Month in October and is rewriting what it means to be a franchise running back in the modern era. Taylor is 26 years old, signed to a 3-year, $42 million extension, and he's the engine that makes Indianapolis's entire offense function. When Taylor is on the field, defenses have to respect the run, which opens up play action, which gives the Colts passing game room to operate. He's not just putting up numbers, he's making everyone around him better. If you needed any further proof, how about the fact that he's enabled Daniel Jones to look like one of the better quarterbacks in the league? Patrick Surtain II, CB, Denver Broncos. Having a true shutdown corner is a game changer for a defense. Heck, really a team. And Patrick Surtain II, at just 25 years old, is just that for Denver. He's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. He is the best cornerback in football, and he's the straw that stirs the drink for the Broncos D. This is not a debate. In ESPN's recent survey of NFL executives, coaches, and scouts, Surtain received 90% of first-place votes as the top cornerback in the league. He's made 3 Pro Bowls and earned 2 first-team All-Pro selections in just 4 seasons. Lockdown coverage at the highest level. Surtain does more than eliminate the opponent's best receiver. He takes away a whole half of the field because when a quarterback makes a mistake of throwing his way, he is always primed and ready to make a play on it. Denver's defense is built around Surtain, and it allows them to be more aggressive everywhere else. They can shade help to the other side of the field because, well, he doesn't need it. Justin Jefferson, WR, Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson Parsons is 26 years old. He's locked up a long-term deal with Minnesota, and he's produced a league-high 7,432 receiving yards since entering the NFL in 2020. He is a consensus All-Pro and proven to be quarterback-proof in the sense that he produces regardless of who's throwing him the ball. He's the kind of elite route runner who wins at every level of the field. Jefferson combines technical precision with big play athleticism. He's not just running past people with speed, though he does that regularly. Jefferson also confounds defensive backs with his footwork, creating separation with subtle movements, and has the burners to turn routine catches into explosive gains. He is a true #1 receiver in every sense of the term. Minnesota's offense has gone through multiple quarterback changes over the last few years, and Jefferson has remained a constant. That tells you everything that you need to know about his value. He doesn't need a Hall of Fame quarterback to be effective. He makes average quarterbacks look good and good quarterbacks look great. The Vikings know exactly how lucky they are to have him, and they've built their entire offensive identity around him getting the ball. Because, hey, that's what you do when you have a franchise player at receiver. Micah Parsons, edge, Green Bay Packers. And finally, let us talk about Micah Parsons, the biggest story in the NFL this offseason. When Dallas traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers, everyone was dumbfounded, and, well, he's showing why in his first year with his new team. Through Week 10 of the 2025 season, Parsons is leading the entire NFL in quarterback pressures and proving that he was worth every single penny. At 26 years old, he is in the absolute prime of his career, and on the short list for the most disruptive edge rusher in football. What makes Micah so special is his versatility. He can line up on the edge, he can drop into coverage, he can blitz from the inside, and he is elite at all of it. Offensive coordinators have to game plan specifically for him. And even when they do, well, he's still making plays. Green Bay bet their future on Parsons, and it's easy to see why. The only real question about Parsons is why Dallas would have ever risked the embarrassment of trading a player of his caliber. But hey, which non-QB player would you build your franchise around? What do you think we got right here? Who did we leave off? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.